As Kim broke that red stone, all the people got shocked, and the soldier thought that it was so insane. He thought that there was something wrong because there had been hard training before enlisting in the hunting corps, and since they would participate in actual battles immediately after the training ended, they trained like crazy for 4 weeks, like weighing himself down with sandbags from the first training session and climbing around 6,000 steps. As if that wasn't enough, the instructor that kept hassling them while checking their finishing time was something everyone had already expected, and with such crude methods of physical training, they could only increase their stats a bit. He thought that they had to endure all of that as hunter corps recruits, and that's what he thought. But what the hell with Kim? Because he was climbing those stairs so easily, and he felt like his body was so light, and if he had all his demonic energy, he would be flying, and the hellish training for the hunter corps seemed pretty sweet. Compared to the rags in his guard, the military uniform was his style. The meals they served at the hunter corps were so shocking. And above all that, when the king's schedule was completed, instead of the evening roll call, they got free time. And they were told that there was a PC room inside the facility that was equivalent to the level outside of the army. As long as they didn't leave the premises, they wouldn't be bothered after the schedule was completed. Kim thought that he might escape using the demonic energy he had left, but the military provided them with such delicious food after the exercise, paid them a salary, and also gave them time to play games. He then shouted that the hunter corps was so amazing. A man commented that Kim was moving much faster and asked how he was able to do such a thing. The second one replied that he didn't know either. As the trainer was waiting, he was shocked to see Kim there. The trainer was shocked to see him there and thought that normally people took around 1 hour to finish that, so how could he be so fast? Kim asked if the trainer had said that they would be granted an outing pass if they finished in less than 30 minutes. The trainer replied that he wondered how long that would take, then just gave the outing pass to him. Kim became so happy and left from there. The trainer wondered if anyone else would be able to get the outing pass before, but that was just everything to have high stats and good strength, and the important thing was the ability to react to monsters for the hunter corps, and he would watch over Kim. As they were all resting, a man noticed that his status and stamina had increased by 1. The second one congratulated him, and the first one asked about his status. Kim looked at them and thought that he must have misheard something, and that they were just excited over an increase of 1. He remembered that when he trained in his guard, his daily status increase was around 105. A man commented to Kim that he had finally been able to get the outing pass, and then asked when Kim was going to use it. Kim replied that he wasn't sure yet. Another person commented that he was jealous of Kim. A third person said that he had heard the instructors talking earlier, and they said no one had managed to obtain an outing pass from Sergeant Lee so far. The first person asked Kim if he regularly worked out that much, and the second one stated that it was incredible. Kim was shocked to see that everyone was talking to him frequently and laughing as well, but back in his guard, no one was willing to make eye contact with him because they felt he was bad luck. Their communication wasn't as bad as he thought. One person asked another if the PC room was open, and if he wanted to use it. The second one said that he had no energy left. Kim became happy and then ran towards the PC room, seeming very excited. He looked at the clock and thought that he had 2 hours to sleep, which was a luxury compared to even 1 hour of sleep in his guard, where 2 hours were considered deep sleep. He planned to deplete his game fatigue on a daily basis. Others were shocked to see his excitement level. The next morning, everyone was running with the trainer, who announced that they needed to maintain their distance, and if they couldn't complete 40 km in 2 hours, they would not get any breakfast. After that, Kim had water and mentioned that he had hit 10 max levels the day before. A boy looked very tired and commented that Kim wasn't even sweating. Kim replied that it was just a stroll for him. The boy added, asking if Kim had really been playing games all night except for 2 hours every night for the past 4 weeks, and questioned if Kim was some kind of monster. Kim then offered his water to the boy, who marveled at Kim's stamina and mentioned that he even shared water with his comrades, referring to Kim as a monster in jest. The boy drank the water and remarked that Kim indeed had monstrous stamina. Some others also came to Kim and asked to share the water with them as well. Kim jokingly commented that they were like baby chicks. Just then, a commander took the stage and grabbed everyone's attention. He announced that the lieutenant was extremely disappointed in all of them. Despite being in the last week of training, only half of them would pass, making them the most lacking squadron to date, including all the other squads. The lieutenant's disappointment was evident in their performance. Kim wondered why the commander was referring to a third person. The commander continued, questioning if they would all remain devoted after the training ended, stating that half of them would die within a month and a half, and asking if they thought he was lying. He questioned if with that mindset, they believed they could even finish the last stage of training and the dungeon adjustment training. He explained that after defeating all the monsters within a dungeon, most dungeons would disappear, but occasionally some would remain and transform into a changing dungeon, altering its internal structure regularly to become a comprehensive training facility. The real-life training within that transforming dungeon allowed students to experience various environments. All the students were shocked and worried about why they had to undergo such training. The commander believed they needed to maintain that level of tension, comparing handling recruits to handling racehorses, where discipline required a heavy hand with the whip when needed. The commander tried to console them with incentives, saying not to be discouraged and that using their wits would make everything manageable. He announced that the recruit with the highest score from that training would receive a 2-night, 3-day vacation. However, the recruits didn't react, so he thought they needed to show a happier response. He asked if they hadn't heard about the vacation pass, and if they didn't want to go outside, hoping to encourage them. Still, they didn't react, leading him to wonder if they were all there just to bury their bones. Then he noticed that only Kim was smiling, to which Kim commented that it sounded good. Finally, they arrived in front of a huge dungeon. One recruit questioned what they were supposed to do inside, and another speculated that they might camp out. Just then, a military truck arrived from behind, leaving the recruits wondering what it was doing there. Their shock intensified as they saw something unexpected there. They all understood that there were hounds in that truck, and they all got scared, but Kim did not. One said that it was his first time seeing them so close. Kim thought that there was something to be afraid of, and that they were equivalent to Maltese or Chihuahuas. Liu came there as well and said to all of them that they were scared of the hounds and that those were the monsters they had to face. One asked Liu if he was saying that they had to engage in a face-to-face battle. Liu told them that they would have to form a team of 4 people to enter the dungeon, and all the teams would have to defeat a hound within 1 hour and come back, and if that hurt, strengthen their cores and brains, and fight it out with their spirits. So did everyone get that? As they all agreed, Liu said to hurry and gear up. The trainer said that they would proceed one by one. They gave armor to them all. One commented that they didn't give anything tougher than that. The second one said that he thought his legs were already shaking. Kim thought that there was no effectiveness or comfort, and that it was only designed for defense. They must have really used the hell out of it since it was so expensive and he could smell everyone's passion and sweat, which gave the object a disgusting aura that he didn't like. Kim asked Liu if they could take off those suits if they defeated the hounds quickly. Liu asked why he was so arrogant and said that it was ultimately a team training session. Kim couldn't just outperform everyone else. Liu wanted to see how the #1 ranking recruit, Kim, took care of his comrades. Kim wondered about the team training session. One asked how they could defeat the hounds with that equipment. The second one said they needed to think of a plan. Kim thought it was simple, he just had to tell them how to defeat the hounds. Then he called 2 of them and asked to let him tell his plan when the hounds leapt at them to attack. They shouldn't be intimidated and should just grab their legs and snap their backs in half. And if they had come this far, they should be dead, but if they were still alive, then fold their backs in the opposite direction and rip them apart, like how they would rip apart kimchi. Then he asked how that was, but they both didn't say anything. After that, Liu asked the trainer to open the hounds, and as they did, they all entered the dungeon. One commented that the hounds went straight to the dungeon instead of attacking them. Kim replied that they had been captured all day and their home just appeared, so why wouldn't they go there? The man said that it made sense, and it was pretty logical if they thought about it. They asked Kim how they knew the psychology of the monsters so well, so he just let them go down. Liu then called them and asked if they were joking and laughing on those holy training grounds and if they wanted to die. They replied that they did not. Liu said that he would decide who would enter there first and then told Kim's group to head inside first. Upon arriving there, Kim said that it was a good thing and welcomed the idea of taking off those heavy and dirty suits as soon as possible with open arms. With that said, they entered the dungeon. Liu contacted the instructor team who were inside and informed them that the training had started. He told them to control the situation if things got out of hand and the recruits were in danger. 2 of them were hiding inside and agreed with that. As they saw Kim and the other 3 recruits, one of them said, "Corporal Kim, the recruits have entered, and there is only one team of 4. No other parties." The second person asked if there was anything to report, but as soon as he saw that it was Kim, he recognized him.
Welcome to BMV Manhwa, your favorite place to watch manhwas. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy the content.